Sup? So this is our group. Trevor, RJ,
Mac.
Adina, Jay. And we are doing barefoot versus shoes. A question that we asked was, does training in bare feet affect training? Well, you'll see now.
So there's been a lot of research about the study in how barefoot training or having minimizing footwear conditioning can improve your vertical jump. We were more focused on how stability is improved, barefoot training increasing our strength, lessening our impact force when doing certain exercises, or would we have a greater efficiency, and would there be like potential injuries to barefoot training? Most previous researches, such as the effects of different footwear on vertical jump and the effects of footwear conditioning on maximal jumping, were more focused on minimizing footwear when it comes to jumping and landing. Both studies showed that the training has improved the jumping, so we tried to see if that would work for our study.
So, a little history about it. So, while conducting our comparison between barefoot and non-barefoot, we found that the effects during the vertical jump test, just like some studies by Lee Brown in the article Effects of Different Footwear on Vertical Jump and Landing Parameters, showed a lot of significant changes between barefoot and non-barefoot. So barefoot had a lot more height in the vertical jump test than non-barefoot, but throughout our study, we didn't have much significant changes. This could be to a lot of reasoning, such as the training length that we had. So we only had a 2-week period of time, targeting different muscle groups during our workouts. Injuries, so if some of the tests had previous injuries or requirements, we didn't really go through any of it. The demographic for the test, so we did both males and females, but in certain articles and tests, they just did either males or females, and more geared toward athletes.
Alright, so the way we decided to do this test was for our subjects. We had 5 people in our group. 4 of them were males, 1 of them was a female. So the height and weight for the males altogether. The weight side was 105 kilos with a standard deviation of 44 plus or minus. And for the height of the 4 males was 177 centimeters, give or take, with a standard deviation of 18 plus or minus. So those are our subjects with 4 males, 1 female. The female, she was only 1, so her centimeters was 172, her weight was 68 kilos, and that's that. 2 of the subjects were gonna wear non-shoes, so they trained in barefoot, they did the jumps in barefoot, they did the pre-test and post-test in barefoot, and then the other 3 subjects were 2 males and 1 female. They had shoes completing the whole entire test and training. So for the pre-test and the post-test, we did a vertical jump. So we got the Big Bird Tech to come in. We had the subjects all come in, athletic clothing. We had them, do a quick 5-minute stretch, 5-minute warm-up, and then we explained to them what we were going to do. So what we did was we had them do 3 counter movement jumps. Everyone did their first jump first, give them 1 minute rest, and then we did their second jump, give them 1 minute rest, did their third jump, and then all 3 jumps we recorded their height by inches. On the Vertec, we recorded it down. One subject, again, he jumped higher than the 24 inches, so we had to record his height and then add plus 10 to the next. That was the pre-test and the post-test. So after that, during the pre-test and the post-test, we did our testing, which was our workout programs, right? So we had 2 workout programs. One of them was a plyometric. We did a couple exercises in there. We did a couple of death jump, box jump, log jump, 2-hop jump. The main focus was trying to get into that jumping, improve our jumping. We did a lot of reps. It was time-based, a lot of weight bearing on that. And then for our lower body workout, again, it was focusing on lower body. We did squats, deadlifts, leg extensions, calf raises, all sets of that. And then again, it was 3 sets most of the time, reps were, how many they were more comfortable, mostly strength, so the 2 to 6 range. And we did a lot of weight, again, depending on each person, it was all different weight. And that's that for the methods, right? And then the post-tests, the same as pre-test, the vertec jump. I jumpers did 3 jumps, and that was that.
So as you can see, we collected the pre and post testing for the vertec. As well, you can also see that nobody made a huge difference in terms of inches. The only person that did make a difference was Medina with 1.5 inches. But otherwise, everybody else stayed within the same range of the first day that we did testing.
So the practical applications, basically, what we figured out was that the main reason why we didn't have good results is because it was too time-based. We didn't have enough time to work out. To see proper results would probably be about 6 months or so. We only had about 2 or 3 weeks. And a lot of times we had busy lives, such as people were on vacation, people had work, so we couldn't do much stuff against that. Also, the overall training might have been too difficult, so we didn't have enough time to figure out each other's strengths and weaknesses. Some of us were injured, some of us had more explosive power than other people, some people just didn't have the mentality, so that also came into effect. And also the how we did the program. So some of us, a lot of times we did the workouts, but we couldn't complete the proper sets. Like I said earlier about the implications that we had, like injuries, such like that. Pretty much, if we had more time and a better organization of exercise and stuff like that, then we would have had better results. But other than that, it was better than expected. So yeah, the references are good.
Thank you, guys.
7 minutes, 20 seconds.